Maverick 100.9 Aggie Lands Country Alternative. It's Corliss, and I want to introduce you to my new friend, Paige Lewis. Hi, Paige.
Hello, Corliss. Good
For
morning.
once ever, I got to meet you first in person and then talk to you on Zoom, and that almost never happens.
I know we met recently. It was a fun time up in Arlington, for
Yes,
sure.
I was so excited to see you there because my friend David has told me a lot about you, and you were like literally out of the gate the first person I met. So I'm so glad you were able to join in on Texas Country's biggest night.
Yeah, man. I know. Out of the gate, I think it was, yeah, out of the elevator. We were
Yeah,
all just hanging out in the lobby. But yeah,
it sent you into the perfect launch for your very first release to Texas radio. So I got to congratulate you on that first, because I assume you've probably been playing music for quite some time.
I have. Yeah, I've been, when I was in high school was the beginning of kind of my official career. I was signed to Word Records. It's a Christian label out of Nashville, and Warner Chappell Publishing all at a pretty young age. So, I mean, ever since I've been just kind of doing the thing. And yeah, it's taken me kind of all over. I'm from Texas. I'm from Katy, Texas, which is like right outside of Houston. Um, and I've lived in Nashville. I've lived in Los Angeles. I've kind of done the whole thing and released a few independent records after my Christian music debut. And just super long story short, I recently kind of decided that I wanted to kind of go back to my roots of country music. And like, I've always loved country, and never occurred to me that me as an artist could maybe pursue that. So I did it. I wrote an album, and here we are talking about it.
You done did the thing.
I did the thing.
And the first one you've got is called Pretty Good Time. And I love the title already. So tell me about this one.
Actually, it was one of the last songs I wrote that almost didn't make it on the record because it wasn't finished. It's a drinking song. It's a floating the river. Pretty good time. Not like the best time, but a pretty good time.
I've been down to the river a time or two. So,
yeah, I think we all know how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like talking about drinking margaritas and pina coladas, and it's just a fun song. So.
I love that. So it sounds like we've got our new summer single on our hands.
I think so. I'd like to think so. I'd play it on a boat,
Yeah. That means the rain has to stay away and quit destroying my trees.
Yes. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know it's rained a lot here too lately.
My poor listeners have just gotten an earful of me talking about my trees. It's just pure destruction at Corliss's house.
I'm so sorry.
So we're gonna put a feel good song out there and get ready for the warm weather with Paige Lewis here for the very first time on Maverick 100.9. You're hearing A Pretty Good Time. A pretty good time. And yes, she is. Paige Lewis is here on Maverick 100.9, bringing the debut single. And I got to ask, we were kind of talking about your story and how you started off with a Christian record deal in Nashville, LA. Now you're back home in Texas, I assume.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I'm in Houston. Been back here for well, I've lived here off and on over the last however many years, but I've been here for a few years now, doing music based in Houston. And I'm starting to do some traveling and stuff by myself, like solo, and then also with my band coming up just to promote all this music I'm releasing. So,
and there's a lot of it. So was coming home like your just the absolute inspiration? Because you said you've got a whole album ready to go.
I do. So I have a full album that's going to come out in the fall. This single, A Pretty Good Time, is the first release off of it. Over the summer, we're going to release a second single to online and radio again. And then a third single will come out in the fall with the full album. So definitely moving back to Texas was just kind of inspired this whole country music journey for me. And I just kind of actually went to Fredericksburg with some friends. I would say like 2 years ago. We were having some wine, doing the whole thing, listening to a lot of live music.
I
And
love how
kind of,
I already know where this is going, because
yeah, I mean,
Fredericksburg can just open your mind to so much.
so yeah, it was just, and I had been to Fredericksburg before, but this was we were like hanging out in Fredericksburg. Like it was a really fun kind of long weekend. We were hanging out and we were all really cold, even like, anyway, I wrote this like joke of a song called If I Had a Jacket about being cold. And, it was country because it was like, that's where we were. And it was like inspired by the hill country. And so I finished out the song and then I was like, oh my God, that's hilarious and really, really fun. And let me see if I can write some more songs. So I did. And the jacket song is on the album actually, but
okay, I think that might be my theme song because I am always cold and everybody
I'm telling
hates me for it.
You should see how people react when I sing the song live. It's like, they're like, my wife. So I'm going to have to come out with like a special limited edition, like hoodie or something.
Yes, you need a jacket.
Yeah. If I had a jacket, I'd be happy, happy, happy is how the line goes. But it's stupid, but it's pretty
so
fun.
Funny. But that's what country music can be. You can have a sense of humor and have fun with it. And, there's only so many genres where you can do that. And you're the perfect example of that, because I assume the transition between country music and Christian was probably pretty different, huh?
Well, definitely. And so like my very first album in high school, that was Christian music. And I got out of that genre in my like subsequent releases and stuff. When I moved to Los Angeles years ago and kind of got into it, was more like a singer-songwriter, like kind of going for like the Sheryl Crow. And, at the time it was, who else was really big? Well, not really Michelle Branch, but, it was like kind of pop rock type
I know
stuff.
that sound you're talking
You know what
about,
I mean?
though.
Yeah. So that's kind of the sound of some of my other albums, but regardless, a big leap from even that to country for sure. But like I said, like I grew up listening to country music. I've always loved it. It's like, it's in my blood, and it's just kind of strange to me that it took me as long as it did to try it, and it's great. It's really fun and it comes really easily to me. And I do feel like writing wise, like it opens up it opens up a lot for me in my songwriting because I don't know, I'm just having more fun with it than I used to take my music so seriously that every song was like, like my soul being bared to the world. And some of this album is like that, but then there's the jacket song,
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm able to just express myself like in a lot of different ways that I haven't before. So
isn't that the best example though of just who we are when we're young women, like especially in entertainment? I started in radio at 17.
Oh, wow.
And absolutely had to kick and fight my way through. And I took everything seriously, everything about my life. I was a young wife. I worked several jobs. I was the breadwinner, but I was also trying to make my dreams happen. Right. And everything was serious. And now that I'm at the place that I am in my life, especially with Maverick, it's like I refuse to grow up, and I am living out in my 30s. I am trying to be that 20-year-old girl that I should have been, right. that I should have had fun, and I shouldn't have taken everything, which I don't know, maybe I owe everything to that serious girl and that focused girl.
Right.
I do need to thank her for where she put me in this life. But now I am at the point where, God dang it, I just want to have some fun. I just want to live this life that I built for myself.
Yeah. And I think I relate to that a lot. And I think it's a great place to be because you can kind of let go of some of, and yeah, like you said, it's not to say that life isn't serious at times, but I think when you kind of release some of the pressure that I know I've put on myself for my music and, just life in general, it can be like a very heavy, like, if you can get weighed down by the seriousness of things, and I think it's just good for us to take that pressure off every now and then, and kind of just be happy and live. So it's a good thing.
That goes for all of you out there, especially here in Aggie land. You know, we've got a lot of young people, and trust us, we're proud of you, especially you Aggies out there. You're going to a university and you're working hard and you're doing big things with your life. But relax. Because contrary to what you may believe,
deep breath.
I know a lot of people tell you life is short. No, it's not. It is very long, and it can be very grueling, and it can be very hard. Enjoy yourself. Have some fun.
Yes.
Amen. If it is short, then cool. You had fun. That's it.
That's true. You know, what else? What are you going to do about it?
What are you going to do? Oh, Paige, this has been great because you and I we only got to meet in passing at the award show, but I already loved you from just the few interactions we had. But getting to know you has been so much fun.
Yeah, absolutely. I know we should hang out. Hang out. I'm coming to College Station with my band, by the way. We're playing. I would be in trouble if I didn't mention it to you.
Please do.
We're going to be there on Friday, May 19th, playing at Stampede. So come out.
Girl, that is my birthday week.
Shut up.
Shut up, it is.
Are you going to be around? You have to come.
I'm going to be around. You tell me Paige Lewis is coming to town. Hey. Right, I'm going to be around. Hey.
That's right.
Start planning, Aggie Land. Corliss's birthday weekend is commencing.
Oh, man. We'll make it a whole thing.
We will make it a whole thing. In the meantime, please follow Paige Lewis. Get her latest single, A Pretty Good Time, and keep looking out for more new music because it is coming your way. And Paige, thank you for joining us on Maverick.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Corliss. Good to see you.